Good morning everybody and welcome to another video. It's currently 7 a.m. I am a little bit tired if you can't tell, and I'm about to leave to go on a little trip slash reading retreat with my sister by one of my favorite lakes that we have in Austria. I'm gonna take the train there, so I have like an hour and a half to busy myself. So I'm bringing 2 books in my, well, I guess it's all my carry-on, but I have a little suitcase and then my shoulder bag, and in my shoulder bag I'm gonna bring The Girls by Emma Klein. This is a book that I just wanted to read this summer, but I haven't gotten to it yet. But then also I have been in kind of a darker thriller horror mood, so I'm also gonna bring The Outsider by Stephen King. I was maybe gonna keep this for my next trip, but I decided I don't have that many horror books and this one sounds more interesting than the other one I have. So these are the 2 books that I'm gonna be bringing. I have like 4 more in my suitcase because we need options, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna leave in a little bit, and I think the train ride is gonna be really like nice and scenic because if I remember correctly, it should be like the last part should be like right next to the water, I think. I haven't been there like in that town in a while. So yeah, I'm super excited and I'm just gonna lay back down on the couch until it's time to go. I don't know why I'm so tired today. It's not even that early, it's 7, but I just feel very tired today. But yeah, I'll see you in a little bit once I get on the train. We just set up a little picnic for ourselves and look at this view. We just got to the Airbnb a little bit ago and we're about to do our nails, and I'm gonna show you the Airbnb in a second, but I did get like 20 pages into The Outsider. So far it's interesting. There has already been an arrest, which obviously that's not gonna be the actual murderer in this case because I'm like this much in, and if they were to catch the guy here, what's this gonna be about? But yeah, I'm intrigued, and I think horror is actually the vibe for this weekend because it's kind of rainy and cloudy, and once we're done with the nails we're gonna head out to the lake again. We actually have kind of a private little beach area that's super nice. But yeah, as I mentioned, we're just gonna do our nails and then get back to reading. This is the main Airbnb part. Ignore the mess. We're currently doing nails, and then we have a little couch here and then this gorgeous view, and then this is the insane view from our bedroom window. Look at this, so pretty. This is our Airbnb. Isn't it the most beautiful building ever? And this is the walk to our private little beach in the front there somewhere. And this is the place we're gonna be reading. We're gonna sit right there. And then this is the lake view. There's all the yachts. We are staying at the yacht place, and this is like kind of a private thing, and that's why we have our private little beach here. I'm so excited to read here because it's so beautiful. I think tomorrow I might read that Ellen Hildebrand book because that's kind of giving the vibe. I think I've never read one of her books, but I think that's what we're gonna read. But yeah. I am about 100 pages into the book, and for being a horror book it's kind of boring. I like the setting where it's like half of the book pretty much it's like the current time, and then the other half I guess it's also the current time, but there are interviews, like transcripts of interviews with people from Flint City, Flint Town, whatever, and it is interesting. The sun's coming out finally because I'm kind of cold. It is interesting, but I feel like it's a little bit too obvious that that one guy did it, so I'm not sure if he actually did it, because the book is called The Outsider and that guy is clearly not an outsider. So I don't really know if it's actually him, if somebody is posing as him, if it's him but nobody knows him and that's why he's the outsider, like he's pretending to be something else. I don't really know, but so far the book is a little bit boring. The murder obviously was horrible, horrifying, and after reading The Housemaid Part 3, kind of close to this one, I think I've had enough for thrillers after this one. But yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. It also has 560 pages, so it's gonna be a long read. I'm hoping I can finish it this weekend though. But yeah, we're gonna keep going. This place is definitely really nice to read at, so that's a positive thing. Good morning. I woke up at 6:30 today for no reason, and I've been sitting inside reading and just like passing the time until my sister wakes up for an hour. But now I decided, why not come out here and sit by the lake. It is quite cold, but it's gonna be nice because the sun isn't fully risen yet. Like there's still a lot of shadows on the mountains and it looks really nice, and I'm all alone here. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit out here, read for a bit. The book is still not a lot more interesting. Oh, that looks so nice. That is our Airbnb, and they literally have this private yacht thing where people come and dock their boats. But yeah, I love this Airbnb, and it's giving me a similar vibe to the one that I stayed at up north last year, which we're going to again in September, so in just a couple of weeks. Oh, it's so peaceful. The lake is also so like flat, there's no wind at all, and it looks so nice. I'm gonna have the best time here. Just look at this. There's all the boats. But this one is, I think, the biggest mountain in our state. So, fun fact. My sister is awake and I am really cold, so I'm gonna head back inside. I'm gonna have breakfast, and today it's supposed to be not super warm, so we're probably gonna take a little hike along one of the other lakes around here that's like a little bit smaller and people like to go there for hiking. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today, and then we'll see what else we'll do. I feel like an egg. We're about to walk this lake, but look at this view, it's so pretty. Isn't this view just insane too? The water is so like light blue and green, and it's just so pretty. The views just keep getting better and better. Just look at this. I am finally over page 200. I made it, and I find the book quite slow, but the further I get into it, the more I feel like it's kind of fixing my attention span, because I've been reading so many super fast-paced books, or books that were just generally like really short, and this has 560 pages, so it's like a bigger size book, but not overly big. It's not like 800 pages. But I think the book is about to get a little more interesting, because in the first like 20 pages the main event, I guess, happened, and now it's just been the effects on different people of that event kind of like slowly playing out over like 2-3 days, I think. I feel like now is when the kind of Stephen King horror is gonna come through, because I did read Carrie, The Mist, and Misery, and I really liked all three of those, and they're all not super long. But this book, the beginning, is giving me Billy Summers vibes, and that was one of the most boring books I've ever read. But if it's gonna get like more horror-y now, maybe it's gonna turn out better than Billy Summers and more like the other Stephen King books that I liked. Which, by the way, if you've read Billy Summers, please let me know if it's worth to continue, because I got like 200-300 pages into it, but it just wasn't picking up at all, and it was so boring, so I didn't finish that book. But if you've read that, let me know, so maybe I'll pick it up again. We're almost at 40% and I'm just gonna keep reading. My goal today is to get to page 280 so I can at least be halfway done. I'm currently on 225, so still a little bit to go, but it's so nice and relaxing here. I don't know if you can hear the water. There's also a little bit of wind. The weather is just perfect to sit outside here all day. But yeah, that's my little book update. I ended up finishing The Outsider on the train ride back home. I'm not really sure what to rate it. Currently I'm thinking 3 stars. As I mentioned, it was definitely a book that tested my attention span and my need for a book to be kind of a lot quicker than this. The plot was very slow. I was hoping for the horror to finally happen because yes, the crimes were absolutely horrific, but it wasn't Stephen King horror, or at least it wasn't what I expected. The horror part did happen eventually, but that was very short for that much build-up, and it wasn't even that horrific compared to the crimes and the build-up time. So it was just a little slow for me. I still liked it, and I think the setting, like the weekend setting by the lake, was perfect to read this, because otherwise if I would have read it at home I might have DNF'd it, but I think it was still okay. I think this is gonna be my last Stephen King book for now, just because they always tend to be a little bit long. But I'm glad I picked it up. I still really like the reflective cover and I'm glad I read it. But yeah, that's it for this weekend's reading vlog. I really enjoyed it. I had the best time by the lake. It was so beautiful, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.